My name is Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. I am a UFC welterweight contender. I've been fighting in the UFC since 2012. I train 2-3 times a day. I teach classes during the day. And we have an after-school program of picking kids up from school. So my day's pretty busy, but all I know is the martial arts training. I'm trying to get better every day, preparing for a fight because I've been fighting for so long.
Here's some pictures when he was fighting as younger. Here's dad and son right here. That was about 100 years ago.
Look at I started the martial arts when I was 3 years old. Kind of had no say-so growing up. It was mandatory in the household. So my dad fought back in the 70s and 80s. My sister fought before me, so they were kind of my inspiration to start competing. 15 years old, my dad, for my first fight, had me fight a guy who was 28 years old and 20-0. Ended up beating the brakes off the guy, and which is how I actually got my nickname, the Wonder Boy. After the fight, the announcer asked my opponent, "Hey, what'd you think about this kid, Stephen Thompson?" And my opponent was like, "I wondered why I stepped in the ring with this boy." And the announcer called me Wonder Boy, and it stuck with me ever since. Through fighting and through the UFC, competing against the best fighters in the world. I mean, who can say that? They've actually fought the best guys in the entire world. And I think that's something pretty special. So I love the training. Even when I'm not in training camp, I'm constantly training, probably twice a day. In training camp, I train 2 to 3 times a day. But that's not all I do during the day. I'm hustling all day long. It's crazy and busy. I'm the head kids instructor at Upstate Karate, so I spend a lot of time here at the gym. I live here. I only go home to sleep, and that's it. I spend most of my time in the school. What's up, brother? Come on in. Hey, Ron, what's happening? All right, guys, have a seat. Seatbelts on, you know the drill. I actually pick up kids from school. We have an after-school program at our gym we've had for, oh man, close to 20 years, and I've been a part of that. I literally get in a bus and I drive to schools and pick up kids from school. I was kind of like one of their first bus drivers, I guess, if you will, when I was a teenager. My first job, picking up kids from school for my parents. I love it. I love it. And then at 4 o'clock, we drop the kids off, and from 4 to about 8 o'clock, I'm teaching kids classes. Everybody, ready? Toes straight ahead, party faces on, and bow. Growing up in a martial arts school has taught me not just to be a good martial artist, to be a good man. Left side, step! Other left side. Now we got our hands up, knees bent. Work that shell block, and good control. Ready? And go! Where's that shell block? You know, when people think about karate, they think about, just kicking and punching or beating up somebody. When the self-defense aspect is a very small aspect of the martial arts. Learning modesty, courtesy, integrity, self-control, perseverance, showing that indomitable spirit, that perseverance is what it's all about. And stop! Bow to your partner, both gloves. So my life is pretty busy. I train 2-3 times a day. I teach classes during the day. And we have an after-school program that starts at 8 o'clock and doesn't end until 9 o'clock p.m. So it's very difficult for me to actually go and grab a meal. So P3, it's easy, it's on the go, and that protein gives me the fuel to kind of keep going throughout the day. We can do one of 3 things. We can do 1,000 push-ups. We can grab a partner and slow dance. Or we can play dodgeball. I guess it's dodgeball.